that it's light, I'll just give you a quick look around where I spent the night. So I actually climbed down over these rocks from the track last evening, and then I came across these remains of an old building of some type. So I'll just show you what that looks like inside. Yeah, so not much to see really, it's just some stone walls, some branches have been put here. I'm not sure if that's like a recent addition. So basically this is where I had dinner last night, and then I decided to set up my hammock just over here, just on this tree here. So this is where I slept last night. I just kept all of my bags and my bike nice and close to me, just in case anyone was around, but of course no one was around, and it was a very quiet, peaceful night, although it was quite cold. And so now I am I'm just making some coffee as usual. So I've got the water coming to the boil soon, hopefully. So I'm just hanging out here on my hammock waiting for the water to boil. I'm going to make some coffee, and then I'm going to pack up my stuff. I'm going to put all of my valuables into my backpack, and then I'm going to walk down with my backpack to the beach, hopefully. Basically I'm going to follow the track and hopefully it's going to lead to the beach, and maybe I'll have some breakfast on the beach, maybe I'll cook something, I don't know yet. Then I'll come back for the rest of my bags and my bike, and then I'll have to do this climb back up to the top of the track, which is going to be interesting with a loaded touring bike, because the track is super steep and super rough. So let's see how it goes. So I seem to be getting closer to the water gradually. I'm really glad I stopped where I did last night, because it seems to be basically the only flat space on this entire long track. So that was kind of ideal. I didn't take my bike too far down that track, so getting it back to the top won't be overly difficult. So yeah, I think that worked out pretty well. So I can see I'm getting quite close to the water now. So I'm just hoping that if I follow this track a little bit further, I might find a nice beach or something to have some breakfast on. So this is very cool here. I'm actually at the end of the headland and on the edge of a cliff, and yeah, there's just amazing scenery. There's like a cool arch formation just over there, and I couldn't resist walking across that. And all around there's just huge cliffs and some caves hidden in those cliffs, and yeah, so I'm just gonna have some coffee down here. I'm gonna have a sandwich. I was thinking of cooking something, but I want to get moving. I want to get to the south side of the island today, so I'm just gonna have a quick sandwich and some coffee, then head back up to my bike get the rest of my bags, and then head back up to the top of the trail and then start heading south. So I'm back in my camp now after hiking back from the beach area, and I'm just going to get packed up. I'm going to keep most of my weight in my backpack because it's going to be way easier to carry my bike if I don't have too much weight in the panniers. So yeah, just going to get packed away here and then start this probably quite difficult climb back up to the top of the track with my bike. Alright, so I'm back to the top of the track. It wasn't too bad actually getting back up here. So now I'm just going to reorganize my bags because my stuff is all spread out all over the place, and I like to know where things are, and I need to put some more weight back in my panniers and remove some weight from my backpack now that I'm going to be cycling and not carrying my bike. So there are a couple of cars here, so there must be an easier way of getting here than the way I took last night, which was like a track, a very small like track slash path through the forest. So I'm going to try follow the way that the cars must have taken to get here, and then I'll hopefully get to a bigger road at some point, and then I will continue on my way south. So I'm on the road to St. Anthony at the moment, which I think is one of the biggest towns on the island, and it's on the west coast and about halfway down the west coast. So I'm just going to head there and resupply, buy some food and drink, and then I'm going to try to get to what seems to be the westernmost point of the island. I'm not sure exactly where the westernmost point is, but there's a beach called Comte. I'm going to head there, and I'm going to call that the westernmost point, and after that I'll start heading south. Okay, so I've just come to this big Lidl on the outside of St. Anthony to get some food and some water, and because I've been really cold the last couple of nights, if they happen to have any like sleeping bags or clothes, I might pick something up as well, just to try stay a little bit warmer tonight.
Wish that I could stay, wish for this moment to never go away. But it's all in my mind, though I know that there is nothing to find. You're a beautiful sight in the summer night, and you can't put up a fight in the misty light.
So just riding through San Antonio now. I managed to get a jacket at the supermarket, so hopefully that will keep me a bit warmer tonight. So now we're just going to keep cruising through the town, and then hopefully there'll be a road heading west soon that will take me to the westernmost beach on Ibiza. Alright, just leaving Calacomte now and heading south towards a place called Mirador Es Vedrà, which I've seen pictures of and it looks pretty cool. It's about 4 o'clock now, so I'm hoping, well, it's about 17 kilometers away, so hoping that I can be there for sunset.
On the floor, looking up, wanting more. This is so unreal. I must have been wrong.
So I'm probably about halfway to the viewpoint I'm heading towards on the south of the island at the moment. I had to take a bit of a detour because there were some roadworks going on, but I've sort of come into this beautiful neighbourhood full of villas overlooking the sea. So some pretty nice views around and some pretty amazing houses too. I'm guessing I've got like another hour to get to the viewpoint, and you can probably see the sun is kind of low, but I've still got a while before the sun is going to set. So I'm going to get moving and hopefully I'll get to the viewpoint just as the sun is setting.
I keep living alone. Stand
So this track that I've just turned onto seems to be the most direct route to the viewpoints, and just as I turned onto it, I definitely wasn't expecting to see it, but the island that makes the viewpoint so impressive just came into view. So I will try to show you some views of it in the distance if I get the chance.
Strong for him. Why would it not be? He's always there for you. I keep living alone. We're so far from home.
Okay, so back in the mainland now after a few days bikepacking around the coast of Ibiza. I had an amazing time there. I think it's a beautiful island. I think going in winter is actually quite a cool time to go, even though it's too cold to swim and it's pretty chilly at night. You have lots of amazing places to yourself. In terms of my hammock and taking it with me in winter, I'm not sure that was such a smart idea, especially since I have such a crappy sleeping bag. However, I think if you go at any other time of year, that would be a really good option because it's very easy to find places to put your hammock up. Whereas if you have a tent, you have to find nice level ground, and that can be a bit more tricky. In terms of costs, I think I spent about 275 euros in total, and I spent about 100 on the ferry and about 35 on a new jacket because I was so cold at night. So that's about 140 euros, basically just on food and drink and stuff. So that sounds quite expensive, but I was buying food and drink on the ferry, and I typically restocked at petrol stations and small shops. So I wasn't going to the cheapest places. I think you could do the trip for quite a bit less if you were going to supermarkets and cooking your food more often. So yeah, those are some of my thoughts about bikepacking around Ibiza. If you've ever tried cycling in Ibiza, I'd love to hear about your experiences and what you've learned, so please feel free to share them in a comment below. Likewise, if you're thinking about going to Ibiza to do some cycling and you have any questions, let me know in the comments and I'll get back to you. If you go, I hope you have an amazing time, and thanks a lot for watching.